everyone, today I have for you a very late October TBR. I obviously have started some of these books. I've read one of these books already, but I'll just let you know as we go through. So the first three books are books that I've had on my TBR previously, and hopefully I'll get to them this month, but I don't know because I have a really ambitious TBR this month. But the first book that I've had on my TBR for a while is The Noughts and Crosses, first book in the series by Malorie Blackman. Now this is about two classes of people, and they are the Noughts and the Crosses. The Noughts are the lower class and they are run by the Crosses, and this is about fighting for equality. There's romance in it, racism, war, things like that, and it is one I've read before many years ago and I really enjoyed it then, so I'm hoping to enjoy it again once I've reread it. The next book I have is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. Obviously this is the fifth book in the Harry Potter series. I'm not going to need to say much about this one. I'm sure you all know what this is about. But I love Harry Potter and I am hoping to get to this one soon. I am in the middle of a very big book as well though, so I don't know whether I'll get to this one this month or whether I might leave it until next month. Then I have this huge book I was talking about that I have actually started now, and it is a book I've had on my TBR for a few months, so I'm really happy I'm getting to it, and that is A Court of Wings and Rune by Sarah J Maas. I still haven't read this, but I have started it. I have made a very small indent in it, so I am hoping to get all of this read this month, and then at least I can tick it off the list. If you don't know, this is the third book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, and A Court of Thorns and Roses about Feyre, who is a huntress, and she ends up hunting down a wolf that is actually from the Feylands, and she doesn't realise this wolf is from the Feylands. So this costs herself her freedom, and she has to go to the Feylands and live her life out at the Feylands instead of with her family back in the Mortal Lands. I don't obviously want to say anything about this book or the second book because that would spoil things in the first book, but I will say it is worth a read. It's high fantasy if you like high fantasy. I keep getting a little bit lost in it, but I'm trying to keep up as best as possible, and yeah, I am absolutely hoping to get this finished this month. Then I have a series of unfortunate events, and I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this, so sorry if I pronounce it wrong, but it's The Austere Academy, and this is the fifth book in the series, and this is when the Baudelaires end up going to boarding school, and I am so excited for this because I love books about boarding schools so much. So it's got to be good, right? And I mean, I love a series of unfortunate events, so I can't wait to get into this one. I have read these before, by the way, but it was so long ago I cannot remember anything about these ones. But yeah, hopefully I'll get to this month. If not, I'll pop it on the next month, but it is quite a short read, so hopefully I'll get to it. Then I have One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, and this was hyped a little bit on BookTube a few months ago, and I never got around to it, but I do really want to read it, and I thought it was quite an appropriate time given it's a slightly darker book, and obviously it's coming up to Halloween and things, so hopefully I'll get this read really soon. This is about students at a high school and they end up in detention and one of them ends up murdered. I'm pretty sure that's what happens and that's all I really know, but I think they become suspects to it and basically one of them is lying apparently, so yeah. That's all I really know. I have heard mixed reviews on this one though, it's not all been good reviews, so I am quite excited to see where I stand on that one, see how much I enjoy it. Then we have a book I have finished now, and that is Always and Forever Lara Jean, so you will see this one in my wrap up at the end of the month definitely. And this is the third book in the To All the Boys I Loved Before series by Jenny Han, and this was meant to be a duology, but it is now a trilogy, so I was quite hesitant to go into this story because I didn't know how it was going to continue from the last story, considering it was meant to be a duology, but I actually really enjoyed this, so yeah, I will let you know a little bit more about it in my wrap up. If you don't know what To All the Boys I Loved Before is about though, I will just say that's the first book in the series, so I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's about Lara Jean who writes letters to all the boys she's ever loved, and they are only for her, so they don't get sent out or anything like that, they're just for her to try and get over these boys that she's loved in the past. However, one day they do mysteriously get sent out and she has to deal with the consequences of this. So yeah, if that's something you feel like reading, definitely give it a go. It's a nice cutesy contemporary read and they're really fast to get through, so I definitely recommend them, and I will let you know more of my thoughts on this book in my wrap up at the end of the month. Then we have a book I have also started, so I'm sort of in between two books at the minute and I've read one this month, so I should have at least 3 books on my wrap up at the end of the month. And the next book I have started is The Magpies by Marc Edwards. This is about a couple that move into their dream house and they're really excited about this, but they end up having kind of like nightmare neighbours. They think they're alright and they're friends to start with, but strange things start happening and it all gets a bit creepy and mysterious and eerie, so again I thought perfect time to read this. I am, how many pages am I into this? I am 115 pages into this and I am really enjoying it so far. So yeah, my expectations are getting slightly too high maybe, so I don't want to be disappointed, so I need to just bring that down a notch. But I am really enjoying it so far and I'll let you know more about my thoughts on it in my wrap up as well. But I should definitely get this one into my wrap up as well. Then we have Into the Water by Paula Hawkins, and I've heard, again, quite mixed reviews on this one. People haven't liked it as much as The Girl on the Train, but I wanted to give it a read anyway. I have read The Girl on the Train and really enjoyed it, so I definitely want to give this a read as well. This one is about sisters, and one of the sisters ends up dead, and people think it was suicide or something, but the other sister doesn't believe it was, and she thinks there's a lot more to it than just suicide. So she ends up going out to try and discover what's going on and things like that, I think. Other than that, I don't really know too much about it, so I'm kind of wanting to go into it like that though. I think with mystery, kind of thrillery kind of books, I think you definitely need to go into it not knowing much, and that is what I'm going to do. Hopefully I'll get this one read this month. I'm really, really excited for this one. And then a book I've not yet hauled, but I haven't got enough books yet to make a haul, so you'll see it on my next haul at some point. But I'm really excited about this. It's such a cute book. I know it's going to be adorable, and it is Halloween themed as well, and that is The Creekers by Tom Fletcher. This is a children's sort of Halloween-y kind of story about creekers who are little monsters that hide under your bed and things like that. And I just think this is going to be so cute. There are illustrations throughout, so there's lots of pages like this, and this looks like it's got a bit water damaged. I hope not. Maybe not, I don't know. And then there's like pictures like this, and it's just, they're very cute illustrations. Me and my boyfriend were actually looking up the illustrator who illustrates this book to see other artwork from him and things, and it is amazing. So I definitely recommend having a look at Shane Devery's illustrations because they are just stunning. I am really, really, really wanting to get to this month, so hopefully I will, and I will have this in my wrap up as well at the end of the month. And then if I get round to it, I also have obviously my Roald Dahl collection that I've not yet completed. But I have read the BFG, Matilda, Easier Trot, George's Marvellous Medicine, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, Danny the Champion of the World, The Magic Finger, The Twits and The Witches. And I still need to reread The Giraffe, The Pelly and Me, James and the Giant Peach, Boy and Going Solo. So I am nearly there. I've nearly read all of these. So I may get some of these read this month, but they're not priority. I've got a few more on my priority list, but they're there if I want to have a quick, easy read. So that is it for my October TBR. I am really excited about the books on this list. I am absolutely adamant I'm not going to get to all of them. That's not going to happen, but I'm hoping to get to at least a few of them and then tick them off my list and be able to tell you about them at the end of the month. Hopefully this will be the start of me getting back into YouTube a lot more and being a bit more active on my channel, because I have been absolutely not active on my channel at all recently, and that needs to change. But it's just I've been so busy, I've not had time, but I am trying to catch up on a lot of things this week while I'm off, so hopefully I will be able to and keep up my YouTube posting, because I really enjoy doing this and it's something I want to keep doing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All of my social media links are in the description below if you want to go check any of those out, and I will see you all in my next video very soon. Bye!